So, he's so nervous. I'm not gonna say anything bad. What can I say bad about you? Okay, so this next person, I've had the great pleasure, actually with a bunch of these people, to sing like in LA and New York, really late night, just musical theater. It's usually in English, I'll admit, but I guess, have you ever done, yeah, we do Hebrew too. And this next person, I have the great pleasure every time he comes to LA to go to Camp Ramah in Ojai for Ramah things, because he's a Ramah professional. He always comes to our house in LA and always sings amazing musical theater, and it's kind of like this, but a little more intimate and really beautiful, and we just love his singing. So Mr. David Offit is the program director of Ramah New England, Palmer. So he is actually one of the people who has not committed his life to, what? It's okay, I worked at camp. So, shh. I'm still waiting. No, but oh, there, that's great. No, now it works. That's okay. Okay. But are you gonna need that? Hello, put the mic back up, would you? David needs that. No, but the truth is that David has committed his life to working, at least for now, for Camp Ramah. He's committed this 1 year of his life, at least. And he's also an extremely talented musical theater singer. And one of the songs that we always get to have a fun time, I usually play, and David sings when he's in LA, is what he's gonna sing for you. So please make some noise for Mr. David Offit.
Thank you, Lee, for that great introduction. So before I start, as Lee mentioned, I'm not a musical theater professional, but I love it very much. And this particular song I never got to perform at camp, but it's my go-to Harga'ah song, or Hashkavah, Yishun, whatever you call it at your various camps. So even though we're here in the beautiful Feinberg Auditorium, as I sing this, I still definitely picture a bunk in Palmer, Massachusetts, because this is my go-to song.
Please don't go to sleep after the song.
Please. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my fate. Though the road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. And I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part, for a hero's strength is measured by his heart. Strong. gods, I can go the distance. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong.
So I think you can see why the thing that David is most qualified to do is work on the 4th floor here in the Ramah office. Dude.
In addition to being...
Yeah. This is a prank on Mitch, I think.
In addition to being the program director for Camp Ramah, New England, he also is the coordinator of the Ramah hike and biking trip coming up in Israel in just a few weeks. And David, I did not know you could sing that beautifully, so we're going to be changing the programming in the evening for the
gorgeous
to entertain all of the bikers and hikers out there who are going to be demanding.
Absolutely.
But I have to tell one Ramah story and ask you a Ramah question.
Please.
It's such a Ramah story. I go to Camp Ramah every Shabbos in the summer. I'm very privileged to travel to a different Ramah camp every Shabbat. And I get to Camp Ramah in Palmer many years ago at the beginning of my career as national director. And there is, a number of years ago, there is this custom where you finish singing Shalom Aleichem, then the director puts up his hand and waiting for quiet to say Kiddush on Friday night. But at Camp Ramah, New England, they sing Eshet Chayil. And only at Camp Ramah, New England, it's like the only place in the world where a young man like David Offit stands up to sing Eshet Chayil, and he's like a rock star. And everybody is like screaming and yelling and just can't wait. And as soon as you start singing those beautiful songs, Eshet Chayil, I know, I won't sing tonight. Mi Imsa.
Is that your David Offit impression?
That's my David Offit impression. But my question for you is, how did you get to be the Eshet Chayil guy at camp?
It's an excellent question.
I've been wondering the same thing, by the way.
It's a good question. Well, I don't know exactly. I mean, so we always did it on Sod Bet, on B side, which was our older kids. And my first summer as a junior counselor in 2009, no one had ever done it on Sod Aleph before. We eat separately at Ramah, New England.
Not men and women, he means, like Sod Aleph and Sod Bet.
Right, exactly. And no one had done it on Sod Aleph before, so a friend of mine and I got together and decided to learn it and do it on Sod Aleph. The next year, when I was moved up to be a Sod Bet counselor, I made it into the big leagues and got to perform Eshet Chayil there. And I've been doing it ever since. So now
I think the short answer is Mitch. Did you hear him sing Go the Distance?
I was thinking Eshet Chayil the whole time.
Did you want to jump in? Sorry. No. Oh, okay.
Tell us a little bit about how you can perform so beautifully without, you have no training? Do you have any voice training?
So I performed in high school and in college, and I have some vocal training, but nothing professional. And, you know, one of the biggest places that I performed really was at Camp Ramah. I find, and maybe you guys have similar experiences, that, you know, I definitely loved Ramah from the first day I was there. I'm clearly a Ramah lifer. And I always, you know, loved the activities and had friends and all that stuff. But it was only once I got to the Adot where we had a play where I really felt like I found my place in camp. And I found my place in my Edah. And I became, I felt for myself something beyond just another person at camp. I felt like I had a real place. And so my Bogrim summer 2005, I was Simba in Melech HaAriot. And then my Nivonim summer, I was Moses in Nesich Mitzrayim, in the Prince of Egypt. So
as a stage show, you did Prince of Egypt?
Yes.
That sounds unreal.
It was amazing. It was extraordinary.
Did we do that? With water, right?
It was 2013, Hillel Bikler's Edah.
Was there an animal in that one? No. Camel? No. But how did you decide? I have a question for David, which is, how did you decide, like, I mean, dude, you got it. Like, you could be doing this every day, like,
wow.
I think. Don't you think? But
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Just calm down until the bike ride and the hike is over. Okay?
I will wait till it's over.
Mitch is just a little self-interested in this interview. But how did you decide to work? Like you graduated college and you said, okay, like I'm kind of a grown-up now, but I'm gonna actually not just go to camp anymore, but I'm gonna go to camp every day.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's nothing I love in the entire world more than Camp Ramah. It's true. I've been on staff for many years at Ramah, New England. I was a Roche Da there, and it just so happened that the day after I graduated college, I went here to the joint program between Columbia and JTS. Woohoo!
Wow, that rarely gets that response. That's amazing.
That's true.
Beautiful.
And I actually didn't have a job lined up for right after college, and I walked into the Ramah office here on the 4th floor to staple my final paper. And Jeff Goodman, who's the national business manager, came up to me and said, "What are you doing? I need some help." And then I ran into Mitch, and he was like, "What are you doing? We need some help on the bike ride." And then I spoke with Ed Gelb, who's the director of Ramah, New England. He said, "What are you doing? We're looking for someone to fill the program director role." And it all perfectly came together. So I'm very lucky.
Let's go to our panelists. Ben, Casey, what do you think of this amateur singer?
Oh, well, I don't think that works. I think it was amazing. You're so awesome. It doesn't, not that it matters what I think, but I just think it's so cool that you decided to work. My sister is a program director at Camp Ramah in California, Hannah Platt. Woohoo.
Hannah Platt.
Love Hannah.
Yes. And so obviously I think it's so cool that you are working for Ramah year round. That's amazing. And your voice is so gorgeous. Keep singing anywhere you can.
Thank you. What great validation from the panel. This is excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Offit.
Thank you.